Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm not in my typical room. I'm actually all set up and I have a client coming over, and I just wouldn't feel right if I didn't jump on and just do a reading or two. I am sorry, I did make a couple promises, but I got delayed. There was some things going on, and I'm on my laptop, and in a different environment. So I do apologize for that. So, hey, you found me okay. So I'm just going to jump on, just check in a little bit. This one is called If They Contact You, right? What would they say? What would they do? So I want to do these as a different type of check-in. By the way, I just launched. Um, I decided to go and just revamp and update my website. I had a whole bunch of PDF digital downloads that I decided to upload to my store. A whole bunch of things that I've had for clients, lots of self-help information, manifesting, relationships, soulmate, all sorts of stuff in my store. I even have some free stuff there. So I'm doing this from my laptop. So the store is www love in the 12th dimension.com. So the link should be down in my description there. And so there is a free download in the digital downloads that I offered, but there's a coupon code you have to actually enter because my store won't show anything for free. I also have a whole bunch of 1111 type of downloads available. And these are like big books. Like each of some of those downloads have multiple, like I have one download there that has 16 books, and those books are like 50, 60 pages each. So it's so much information. All right. So this card jumped out of my hands, Hierophant. So if they reached out, would they give a commitment? Would they want to come together? Would they want to join and have a mutual understanding that you both want the same thing? So this is basically some traditional readings, looking a little further into what would be taking place if they reached out. So I'm doing a collective reading here first of all, just to see what comes through. All right, so for the collective here, for those who are watching this channel, under the deck is the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles has a lot to do with balancing, coming together, equally manifesting. Both of you are manifesting this. So if they were to reach out to you, they would be wanting to contribute. They would be wanting to have a relationship. And this looks like very much that it would be coming together. You won't be sacrificing yourself. You won't be feeling like you're losing a part of yourself. This is a Hierophant card. The Hierophant card is both of you joining together and having a higher type of evolution in relationship. Now, for the situation, I have the Ten of Wands upside down. Ten of Wands has a lot to do with being burdened, stressed out, burnt out. And this is a process of you releasing that, having it not to be the energy that you're running from, but being refreshed, being at ease, being at peace. And so you want something that is easy. You want something that's going to be peaceful. It's something that is going to be stimulating emotionally, physically, mentally, and spiritually. The Ten of Wands is crossed by the Nine of Wands upside down. So actually, this is showing to me that what is actually crossing you or being an obstacle for you is you're not quite finished your process. You are on the right track. This is saying, hey, you are heading in the right direction. You're aiming towards your needs. You're just not quite there yet. And so because of the fact that Nine of Wands represents a lot of so close, but there is resistance. There is something that is preventing you. Whereas I have this showing upside down to me, and upside down to me is saying that you're releasing the resistance. You're releasing what is tending to block you from you actually being in that receiving mode, which is a really good card for you to have here. I'm showing here that in your energy, subconsciously, what you weren't aware of, what you were doing, you had a lot of conflict. There was a lot of attraction to something that was conflict or argument or causing this sense of chaos. It was Five of Swords to me is contracts. And so to me, this is saying that there's a contract, maybe you've had it in the past, where you both are coming together to be able to rid this contract. In the past, I'm seeing again Five of Pentacles upside down. Fives tend to represent to me a lot to do with some unfinished business from the past. Five of in the scarcity mindset, in a negative mindset, it's basically when you are in a state of separation. And so Five of Pentacles upside down is abandonment tends to be the energy that comes out, and you healing abandonment issues, you healing the sense of struggle and loss. So you receiving either the tools or the guidance, or in the past you decided, that's it. This is not about them. I have to stop whatever is causing me to keep on abandoning myself. Hey, Anne. So what I'm seeing here regarding the situation for those in your mind, you actually have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups has a lot to do with inner child. It has a lot to do with your inner child and your thoughts and emotions. And so this is telling me that in your mind, you are thinking this has a lot to do with your inner child, and you are working on healing whatever was causing some of the dysfunctions from your own childhood. And so what I'm seeing here in the near future for you guys in the collective is there is some secret that may come out. There may be something hidden that you weren't aware of, something that you may not see yet. But as this cycle comes through, you're going to see some aha moments. The moon, and I don't see the sun yet, but the moon represents something to do with something that may have been hidden from you. And as you're doing this work, you may feel veils will start releasing and things start being a little bit more clear. I am seeing here that you have for supporting you, you have some I'm not going to say distractions, but there are some other contracts that are showing up to they're just some old contracts just finishing up. They're just, curious and distracting and chatty and distracting, finding out information. So you may find that others are no longer distracting you the way that they used to be. You're kind of more focused on yourself. You're focused on before, when you were getting attracted to different people, you were just getting lost and being attracted with everybody else. But now you're noticing you're not so distracted by others or what they're doing. You're not distracted by other people the way that you used to be distracted by. And so what I'm seeing is people are not looking at you as starting a new cycle. They're not seeing you as immature. They're not seeing you as naive. They see you a little bit more committed to yourself. You are, really buckling down and focusing on really knowing what you're doing here. You're in your hopes and fears. You've got Six of Cups. So there is a lot of nostalgia. There is a lot of you looking back at this person as your person. And obviously, from what I'm seeing here, there is a lot to do with this, possibly a relationship that you're really focused on. And so there is a nostalgia looking at this as somebody that was really important to you. And what I'm seeing here as the energy is that you're releasing the part of you that you were alone. You are really looking at the fact that this journey was so important, that they were your soulmate all along. They've never left you. In fact, they work together in this energy just as much as you. All the effort that you put into this healing, they're actually doing it too. You know, realistically, this is how the laws of the universe works. Whatever is taking place in you is also affecting them on their own end. Just maybe in a way that if you're paying too much attention to what they're doing, it's really hard for you to keep your energy and really contained. So there is a lot of collaboration. There is a possibility that this energy is really coming together. You just may not see it yet because of the fact I see the moon here. It's just a little bit more time will be a little bit more clear and show you as you're getting closer to as the full moon gets more closer. You'll see you'll start seeing what you couldn't see before. I am seeing that you're not sacrificing yourself, and there is a possibility that that person that you thought they might have, needed to be with may even be finished with that on their end. I'm definitely seeing, let me see a little clarity here. Yeah. So I am seeing lots of contentment, independence, the codependent behavior is no more that you're focusing on your happiness and your priorities and what you want, and you're focusing not on certain healing or certain things. You're just focusing on what you want to manifest, and you're really heading towards the goal. I am seeing that again, you've got page, page, page. Page has a lot to do with new youth, and it has a lot to do with an inspiration that is just beginning. So you're just getting into this new energy of planning. You're goal oriented, you're going to be faithful to yourself, and you're really going to be ambitious in this manifestation. Your person is not yet ready. It seems like there's a lot of healing that's taken place in your own inner child, in your own inner self, and in your own journey of you being alone, feeling a lot of the hardness that's been going through this, and all you have to do is focus on the prize. And what is that prize has a lot to do with where you are on this journey. Yeah. So this is coming up, that have compassion on yourself, be aware that you are intuitive, check in with yourself, and understand that it's important for you to understand what balance and peace is really all about for harmony. Everything that we are imbalance in ourselves, we will project and attract people. Hi, Channy. We will attract people to mirror those things. And so that when there's a lot of pain or a lot of hurt or a lot of resentment, we'll hold on to that energy and we will project a lot of that energy out. So the more that you can free whatever is coming, through, just understand compassion. Be really compassionate to yourself, collective. And that's what I got for you. But it definitely looks like there is healing of the pain that was coming up between you two. Definitely healing of the pain. And it looks really good what I was getting there for that reading. All right. I do have a client who's coming here very soon for my aesthetics. And I only had 2 hours sleep, and I was working on a whole bunch of PDFs and uploading on my store. And I'm really sorry, but I'll have to come back a little later on. It'll be probably a little late, and I'll be on tomorrow some more, but I won't be able to stick around too much longer now. And I do apologize for that. I just, I wanted to try to catch you guys a little bit. And I'll just pull one card for each of you, and RK and Shanley. I'll just pull one card. So RK, so I'm getting for you that, RK, you are creating boundaries. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, so it looks like you're healing your insecurities. You're working on your boundaries. You're starting to put yourself first, and you're starting to put yourself in a position where you are not giving you're not crossing over boundaries. You're starting to hold yourself and honoring yourself and knowing that you're not going to chase, you're going to attract. So what I'm getting is you are in a position where you are attracting and not chasing. So those are healthy boundaries that you're creating for yourself. And that is what I'm getting for you. All right, Anne, let's see what I'm going to get for you, Anne. Sorry for the different environment. Like I said, Shani, love yourself seems like such a simple thing, but we're so used to trying to fix. We're so used to trying to accommodate. We're so used to loving for the other person involved because we were raised in that environment. So it's just natural for us to do that. It takes a lot for us to pull ourselves out of that. And that's what I've been doing in my channel, is trying to get people into that energy of where they really see the imbalance of how the energy sorted themselves out a little bit. And it's not a bad thing. Most people are in situations where they are the most kindest people you will ever see, but they have been in environments where they have needed to overcompensate for someone who was heartless. And so it's natural. And by the way, I'm just going to put it out there again. I have some downloads, lots of downloads in my digital download store, and lots of different programs. I know that in the download one, it's a lot of the 1111 programs. I have some other ones too in my store. I have a bunch that is on sale for $11.11. I also have one that you can download for free. There's a coupon that you use. You won't have to pay a thing. And if you go and check it out in the store there, you'll find it. And it should say, it might have $11.11 on it, but it's got a coupon code for it. So it would be. And You got Emperor. All right. So, Anne, you're focusing a lot on your person. Your person is your divine masculine. If you're wondering if this is your person, right now I'm seeing this person as your divine masculine. The thing is, this person is the one who is in control and has all the authority of you. So it also tells me what is the type of relationship that you really have with your father. What was the type of relationship? Because your first love went way back to when you were younger, and that first connection was with somebody who you regarded as your first masculine, as you were the princess. And so, the person who's in control of your energy has a lot to do with that person. And so, how you see that person, if you felt like in that relationship that he was in with his divine feminine, if you've seen him as never available or unappreciative, or never seen you, never felt love, that can create some of these energies of separation. This could create some of these types of entanglement that the relationship you had with your father is being mirrored right now. And so this is something that I want you to look at, is what type of relationship did you have with your emperor, not your ex-husband, but with your first divine masculine that showed up in your life, and which usually is your father, or the one who represented the role of the father. And what type of relationship did you have with them? And is this an energy that's being mirrored in your life? And if that energy is being mirrored, are you in the masculine energy, or are you projecting that masculine energy to your husband now, or ex-husband, or who he is? And so this has a lot to do with how to step back into your divine feminine energy. All right. So, Chani, let's see what you've got. Chani, if you're wondering if this person is your soulmate. So, Chani, I'm seeing here that you are wondering if this is a real spiritual connection between you and your person. And I'm getting the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups usually represents soulmates. It represents a close bond. It represents something that is really spiritual, that is a connection that is really profound. I am seeing oh, yeah, RK probably had to miss a little bit there. So Channing, you are looking for a little validation, and so this is a lot to do with you understanding there is a wound where you tend to be a people pleaser. And because you're a people pleaser, you tend to notice that in your relationships with those that you are really closely bonded to, they tend to be a little detached. And you will find that you have noticed a little bit of disconnect when it happens with them, because you are looking for validation. And as you are looking for validation, they tend to pull away a little bit, and it confuses you quite a bit, because you're a very given and loving person, and you're just not sure why is this energy happening. It's happening when there is a really deep, profound connection, and it has a lot to do with you needing to be validated outside of you. Yeah, you definitely are getting overcompensating. In fact, they don't have to love you. You are loving yourself for them. You make them really, yeah, be careful what you mean by I'm learning to pull back, because it becomes toxic when you have a habit of going in, and then when you start noticing them pulling back, that you pull back, that's causing another different type of energy. But you're manifesting these types of individual because of the fact, why do you need validation? All right, this is where I want you to look at. Why do you need validation? And when you can look at that question, that's going to help you understand you don't have to pull back. You just have to understand that when you look for validation, they start pulling back. If you are in a situation where you don't need validation, you can be completely yourself. And if they are reacting in some way, you're okay. You don't need to validate. You know that what you are doing is true. What you're saying is true. You're being authentic, and you do not need any validation. You're going to see a shift in the energy. All right. Because what is happening is they are responding to the validation wound. All right. Yeah. It has a lot to do with people who are people pleasers are doing it where they feel that they have to serve the person, even how they feel, how they like you. You're basically creating a situation where they're just barely existing in the situation. It is connected a lot, quite frequently, to uh, evolutionary type of relationships, by the way, and where it's subconscious. And so for you, it's coming up for me to look at your the wound of where you need validation. Because if you're looking for anyone to validate the relationship being real, anywhere you need a validation that somebody loves you, anywhere that you need validation that you're amazing, anywhere you need validation that you're on the right path, look at that. Why do you need someone outside of you to give you that answer? And that's the answer for you. All right. By the way, this is not your first rodeo. I am seeing that you're not innocent in any of this. You know a lot more than they do, right? Did I get everybody? I didn't forget anybody, did I? All right. All right. I gotta go and get some rest, guys. I hope you guys all join me later. All right. Um, Go and check out those downloads I told you about, and only because of the fact that some of those downloads, like I'm not kidding you. There's some really great stuff there, and some things that I have another 16 programs to upload that I haven't uploaded, like the millionaire. I've got a bunch of, like, a whole bunch of stuff. I'm still uploading a whole bunch of stuff. So believe me, there's much more, and I do have more to be downloaded. So, for example, the one that I think is given free is the one from the millionaire set, and these are all from my manifesting programs and from some of my master classes. So check it out. Meanwhile, I will be back. We'll be definitely doing some readings. I'm working on my store for you guys, and I was really sick for 2 weeks, so I really haven't had a chance to come on and do some readings, but I'm better now. I'm on the mend. I look like crap, but I am on the mend. And I do have to go and do this client, and then once I'm done, I'll come back. All right. And it might be late for some of you, so I'll see some of you tomorrow. All right, all right, guys. I hope you got your collective reading. And for those I pulled some cards of, we'll do those some more, much more. Where those are nice and quick and simple, we'll just do these a lot more as well. All right, guys, take care. Bye.